All right, in this video, I want to give you an overview of our healthy weight loss pyramid. This is the philosophy that I created when building out our two programs, our phase one and our phase two program. And these are the steps that we walk clients through when it comes to weight loss and overall lifestyle change. And it helps prioritize the fundamentals um, and we hit all of these in different stages of the program, but it helps give us a roadmap for where we're going in phase one and phase two as you work through your weight loss journey. So let me explain what we have going on in the pyramid here. So at the very bottom of the pyramid, we have water, sleep, stress, and mindset. Those are the fundamentals, the backbone. You can't miss those. If you're not doing those, you better not be doing anything else. Those are the non-negotiables for weight loss, and we're going to harp on those at the beginning and throughout the entire journey of your program. So you'll never stop hearing about those aspects because those will make or break your weight loss. Now, once we have some of those fundamentals down, we're looking at, in the first phase, we're really looking at these first three layers here. So we're looking at energy balance, macronutrients, and micronutrients. So energy balance is overall caloric intake. There's no getting around the fact that you have to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight. So that is what we're doing, and we are working on that through either your meal plan, which will give you exact calories to follow. You can also do food tracking, or you can do just food photos for accountability, and that will give us an idea of, it's not as accurate, but it'll give us an idea of where you're at with your caloric intake. So we're tackling that energy balance first and foremost, then macronutrients. And this is where we're really looking at blood sugar balance. Your protein, fat, and your carbs are your macronutrients, and we're looking at the balance of all those, what breakdown you need specifically for you in order to lose weight. Some people need higher carbs, some people need lower carbs, some people need higher fat, lower fat. We really get this information from your metabolic panel, and then just your overall health history, diet history, everything that we put together between the information you tell us and the information we see on labs. We pull all of that together, and that's where we get that ratio, that breakdown of macronutrients. And again, we're really striving for good blood sugar balance here as well. That's a really important factor at this stage. And so macronutrients are going to be, again, accounted for in your meal plan. And then again, you can track them on things like MyFitnessPal. We also use Chronometer. And then again, food photos can give us a pretty good insight of what's going on with macronutrients. So a couple of different ways to track those and dial in on those. Micronutrients is the last thing that we're looking at in that first phase. So micronutrients, we're getting into things, again, those are your specific nutrients like your vitamins, your minerals, and fiber is a really big one out of these micronutrients. Fiber is a hero for weight loss, a underrated hero for weight loss. And so we're looking at those micronutrients. We can look at these and more in depth when we do testing as well. But again, we're just looking at overall nutrition status, nutrition quality in these first few stages. Now, that is going to really encompass phase one. And then in phase two, we're looking at more advanced topics. A lot of people like to skip to these. A lot of people want to do the supplements before they work on the foundational things. So this is really important to keep in the right order for your weight loss to be sustainable. So in phase two, we're digging in deeper to hormones, gut health, nutrient timing, and supplements. Again, the sexy stuff that is at the top, not at the bottom. So this is where we're going to do our more advanced lab testing. We have our macronutrient testing, our food sensitivity testing, our hormone testing, our gut health, gut tumor test. This is where we can get into things like nutrient timing. That could look like something like intermittent fasting. It could also look like something like playing around with timing around workouts and like exercise nutrition. So we can play around with timing there. And then supplements, we do typically recommend targeted supplements during your program based on those lab tests. Again, we're usually not just throwing out supplements for the sake of throwing out supplements unless it's a really glaring, obvious deficiency. We are basing our supplement recommendations off of these more advanced lab tests. So this is what we're really diving into in phase two. So all of these things layer on top of each other to really compound and give you a great overall diet and lifestyle strategy. So now that we've gone through this, I want to switch over to give you just a little preview about our course as well. So education is a really big part of what we do in the program. And we have two courses built out. We have our phase one course and our phase two course. Again, phase two course is going into more advanced topics. Phase one course is covering those fundamentals. So it's a pretty in-depth course. Again, we're going over those mindsets, habits, the basics like meal planning with grocery shopping guides. Then we get into things like, again, that blood sugar balance, macronutrients. And this gives you a lot of really practical stuff about eating out, drinks, alcohol, workouts, sleep and stress. Again, all these fundamentals, those first few layers, that's what we're covering in this first course. And you have lifetime access to this course. So even if you don't get through it all, it's a lot of information. Even if you don't get through it all in a set amount of time, you have lifetime access to it. There's also really great just one-off guides like our grocery shopping guides, our Trader Joe guides, our HEB guides. We have workouts. We have a lot of things from our trainer Therese, and just a ton of education and guidance here. And then again, we have our phase two course as well. So a ton of education to walk away with and lifetime access to that. So this is really kind of giving you the why, a little bit more in depth why behind the philosophies here. And this is really our guidance, our strategy to walk you through the roadmap throughout our phase one and phase two of our Ditch the Diet program. All right.